welcome to this magnificent Monday. That's right, it is Monday, April 5th, 2021. We'd like to welcome you back after a 3-day weekend. Hopefully you got a little bit more of whatever charges your battery back into you, whether it's being outside, whether it's hanging out with family, whatever it is, we hope you're able to do that. And we welcome you back. Today is the beginning of the fourth quarter. We do have some families and some students who are returning to campus this week. So if you see some new faces or friends you haven't seen in a while, make sure you make them feel nice and welcome. All in all, I think we got about 30 kids coming back who have been virtually learning. So we welcome you. And if you're still virtually learning, obviously you are still a huge part of what we're doing here at Millennial. And we will try to make sure our announcements are reaching you and keeping you engaged. All right, let's get to it. If you're here on campus, 3 things, you know them: mask up, spread out, stay with your class. Those are biggies and they are important. That's why we keep repeating them. If you're at home, sign in on time, stay on your camera and finish your work. Those are the 3 things that teachers, our virtual teachers, really want you to make sure that you're doing, because that helps you guys get the most out of your online learning. Your bellies, are they feeling a little bit hungry? Well, we got some food for you here on campus. I know a while back, I was encouraging those of you who are virtually thinking about not only what you're eating or not what you're eating, but if you could help yourself, if you could help your family out. I'm not sure if you've been doing that, but I hope you have, because again, I know that being a mom and dad during this time is even trickier than it normally is, and anything you can do to help out, that would be awesome. For those of you who are here, we do have popcorn chicken or mozzarella cheese quesadillas. Tomorrow, if you're going to be here for breakfast, we have a golden blueberry loaf. I didn't have a picture of that, but I imagine it's kind of like a blueberry muffin, but it's just shaped more like a loaf. All right, we are into April, and we know that our extra recess this morning went to 2nd and 4th grade, and then we have our standard, what we can always count on. We know our 1st and 5th graders can count on Tuesdays, 2nd and 4th grade Wednesdays, kindergarten and 3rd grade Thursdays. But then this week, also Friday, kindergarten and 3rd grade, you'll get that second morning recess. So you have that to look forward to. Make sure you pay attention to those zones. Whoever's at the gate will let you know. And we also have a map right up there for you to be able to look in case you don't remember. Hey, I'm not sure if your teachers have shown you this or not. I have a group of exceptionally smart teachers who work with me about once a month, and we talk about how can we make Millennial better and how can we make it more consistent. And one thing we noticed is that we all have different ways of talking about our voice levels or our noise levels. So we wanted to start to use the same words so that everyone understands what we're looking for. So we developed this. We thought in this time that a 0 voice level or a 0 noise level, we might just call that mute. I think you can understand why. So we have mute, we have whisper, we have inside, and we have outside. If we are outside and you're on the playground, you can use a 3 voice. If you're outside on the playground and you want to use an inside voice, that's totally fine too. You can even use a whisper or a mute voice if you want. But when you're inside, we have to make sure, depending upon where we are, we know that our hallways are a mute noise level, right? And whisper voices, those can sometimes be used in classrooms, and inside voices can sometimes be used in classrooms. So pay attention to your teachers. They're going to get more and more used to using these words. I know I have to get used to them because they're not the ones I've always used, but that way you guys can know exactly what we're looking for from you. Many of you have noticed that we have a cart and we have a ball cart, which is on the right, and then we have a ball basket on the left. What we've tried to do is make this as easy for you as possible. When you are done using equipment, you're going to put it in the ball basket on the left here. You'll see our sanitizer right there. We spray it down with our nice warm weather and the wind blowing. That stuff dries off pretty quickly within a few minutes, but we want to sanitize it to make sure that when the next group is playing with it, that you guys have some sanitized equipment. Doesn't mean it's clean. There's a difference between being clean and sanitized, but sanitized means we've taken care of all those germs. And the adult will always take them from the basket and put them onto the cart. So again, important words there. Basket is what we have that thing up the cart. We're just going to lay those out on cart, means it's ready. Hey, this week we are going to put some new equipment out, but anytime we put something new out, we want to make sure you know exactly what we're looking for. On the screen here, you're going to see 2 different hula hoops. I think I could speak for everyone to let you know that I think the hula hoop on the left is going to be a lot more fun to play with. The hula hoop on the right, unfortunately, was not played with in a real safe, or I guess in a way that made it last. And we want to make sure that we take care of our equipment, because once it's done, it's done. We don't have all this extra money to be able to buy all these extra things. We want to take care of what we have. So I want you to think of that equipment as yours, because if something's yours, you take better care of it. And when you're playing with the hula hoops, I want you to think about a couple things. One hula hoop per person. I know lots of people like to tug on it, but that's what happens when that happens. The hula hoop on the right is the result. It's not designed to do that. So one hula hoop per person and one person per hula hoop. So that sounds a little bit like the same, but it's really not. Be creative. Now, again, you can do lots of things with hula hoops, but make sure that you're not only being creative, but you're doing it in a way that's going to make that hula hoop last. We don't want to be destructive. If I'm throwing it up way in the air and it's bouncing, that's not really what a hula hoop is designed to do. It's going to end up breaking, or it's going to end up bending. So be creative. Shake or share and take turns. If we don't have enough hula hoops for everyone out there, take turns, or come up with a game where two of you are using it, but you're not both touching at it and grabbing it at the same time. And when, like anything, when you're done with it, return it when you're finished. All right, it's my boy, Rockstar Rick. He's here. He's talking to us about 6 different traits. We've talked about being mindful. We've talked about integrity. On Friday, you talked about grit. Today is your 4th trait. 4 out of 6. We're almost to an end. And the 4th one starts with an H, and it is be a hero. And so I think you're going to find out that being a hero is more than someone who wears a cape. So I'm looking forward to Rockstar Rick sharing with you all of that information. And as you guys saw in the announcements this morning, that guy, he might be a singer. He might be a bike rider. I'm not sure. This guy, he's amazing. He does everything. So thanks for starting off our announcements, Mr. Rockstar Rick. You didn't know we were doing that. And thanks for always giving us those character lessons. All right, that is the end of our show. I'm going to turn my screen off here. Thank you so much for joining us. We would like to make sure you guys have a great Monday, have a safe Monday, and have a fun Monday. As always, be mighty and soar high, Falcons.
Good morning, Falcons. It's Mr. B with your Pledge of Allegiance. Go ahead and please stand up. Take your right hand, place it over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, please remain standing for a moment of silence. Great job. Now we're going to turn it over to Flash for our Millennial Pledge.
Hi, my name is Tegan, and this is Flash. Let's get started on the Millennial Pledge. I pledge to be a Millennial Falcon. Watch me soar. Safe, organized, accountable, and respectful are my main 4. Have a great day, Millennial! Bye, Millennial!